Alrighty, beautiful people, it is time for another Mountain Dew mukbang. Ha, you thought those were over, didn't you? Wrong. We have a Mountain Dew here, and it is called, if I can get it in here, Dragon Fruit. Yeah, Dragon Fruit Mountain Dew. And so we're going to check this out, because it sounds good, doesn't it? Dragon Fruit, that sounds really good. So we are going to mukbang the shit out of this son of a bitch, and we're going to enjoy ourselves doing so. Oh yes we are. Oh yes we are. I am all for taste testing a Mountain Dew. The flavor is strong. Not much of an aftertaste to speak of. Not bad. Not bad. And no, it doesn't say sugar-free. At least I didn't see sugar-free on there. This one is not sugar-free. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to cap it and save the rest for later. But yeah, it's got a good strong flavor. No aftertaste. I did not see on here anywhere where it said that it was diet or sugar-free or caffeine-free. But maybe I overlooked it. I don't know. We'll go slowly over the thing here, and you can check and see if it does say those things. But I don't see it. Or at least I didn't when I purchased it. I don't see anything that says sugar-free, diet, caffeine-free, or any of that. But anyway, good strong flavor. Good strong flavor, and yeah, we got another Mountain Dew mukbang, guys. What about that? So dragon fruit, wow, and it's semi-transparent, by the way. It's not solid. It's semi-transparent. So be sure to be on the lookout for it. It's got a good strong taste to it. Nothing wrong with it. I like it. It's got a good flavor. Got kind of a punch to it, but that's fine. That's what you want. You know, you want something that comes out of the box swinging. And good strong flavor. That's what I've always. That's what I've said in the past has always been a problem with some of the flavors that Mountain Dew puts out. Is there was never a really good strong flavor, but this has got a good strong flavor to it, and you should enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy mine. That's for sure. Haven't had a Mountain Dew in a long time either, have I? No, because I've been drinking a Powerade, hadn't I? So it's nice to it's nice to break up everything and break up the monotony, as it were, and get a Mountain Dew. And I saw this one, which I have not tasted yet, and said, hey, I can taste test that. So I did. So anyway, that's going to do it. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye. All right, folks, I have some bombshell news for you. J.D. Vance has come out and said that that there is interdimensional beings, that we have been observed by these interdimensional beings for years, and for whatever reason, he just decided to open up about this. And wow, that's a bombshell. That's amazing. And you know, like I've stated, you've got Jordy Rose up on the live stage, sitting there pacing back and forth with a wireless mic, sitting there telling you, yeah, we're going to exploit other realities, other dimensions, steal their energy, and then we'll be good to go. And it's like, well, now, wait a minute. When you steal somebody else's energy, ain't they going to get pissed off? Yeah. Ain't they going to want to kick our ass? Yeah. So, I mean, you know, this is opening up a major can of worms. But Jordy was just so excited. Hey, we're gonna be able to do this. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. We'll have unlimited energy. What does that sound like, folks? Where we go into other dimensions and exploit their energy. What does that sound like? Oh, it sounds like the story of the computer game Doom. And what happened in the computer game Doom? They exploited this one particular reality, not realizing that it ended up being hell, and it unleashed all these demons into our dimension, didn't it? According to the original story of Doom. It did, didn't it? So, this is not something to be toyed with. But in a major bombshell, J.D. Vance has already pretty much admitted that we had a secret operation. I forget the name of it, but we had a secret operation that was parallel with Blue Book, and it was. But instead of going after ETs, it went after interdimensional beings. And this is going all the way back to the 50s. And so. I wish I could remember the name of it. I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't spit it out. But in any event, major bombshell. J.D. Vance has admitted that we have been observed by interdimensional beings as well as the ETs for millennia, for thousands of years. And if that's the case, well then hopefully there will be some changes made. Some things done to rectify some of the issues that are being done, such as the control of the global elites, which needs to come to a close. That needs to end. I'm sure the ETs and maybe even some interdimensional beings have had communications with these elites, believing that these elites represent all of mankind and all of mankind's opinion. Well, I beg to differ. Rothschild does not speak for me. Rockefeller does not speak for me. Morgan does not speak for me. The Warburgs do not speak for me. None of these elitist families speak for me. Okay? And I think it's important for ETs as well as interdimensional beings to fully understand that concept. Because these elites have exploited them years and years ago, apparently, to gain supernatural-like power and to gain control over the governments of this world in order to foist their own agenda for mankind, which is, first and foremost, retardation. Because, think about it. If the elites hadn't been in control of mankind, where would we be right now? We'd be living like the Jetsons, wouldn't we? Yeah. We would have been living like the Jetsons long ago. When did that Jetsons cartoon came out? 1940? When the Jetsons cartoon first came out? 1940, folks. Let that thing sink in for a minute. And we're not living like the Jetsons yet? Why? Oh, because you got a bunch of elitist families out there that have been controlling and manipulating, if not humanity directly, then at least the governments of humanity. Starting all these wars and fomenting all kinds of discord and modifying the religions of this world to make continuous wars. It's horrible stuff, and it needs to end. These elites and the royals and yes, the Vatican. Sorry, Catholics, but I got to bring up the Vatican because they're involved too. And just it needs to end. This craziness needs to end. We're supposedly coming into the age of Aquarius. Well, Vaughn, what's the age of Aquarius? The age of Aquarius, folks, is supposed to be great enlightenment for mankind. We're supposed to be ascending and developing into a better humanity and a better race and stuff. And we haven't been able to do that because of the retardation poised by the elite families that have literally retarded our growth and prevented us from becoming who we really need to be. Both acknowledged by the ETs, by the interdimensional beings, and by the gods and goddesses themselves, the real ones. Big G, large G. UFOs, ETs, interdimensional beings might be little g, but we're talking about the big G now. But anyway, the point is, these things need to be developed, they need to be addressed, they need to be handled. And that destroyer is coming. Now, to that end, I was watching an interview with Mr. Wallace, and he seems to think that the destroyer is none other than El himself. Well, Von, who the hell is El? El is the supreme deity of all deities. And he seems to think that El himself is going to be the destroyer, and that he is going to pretty much set things right. And I hope so. I hope that's the case. I'm not sure that El would be the actual destroyer, but El would send the destroyer. Yeah, but no, he is adamant that El Shaddai is indeed the destroyer that is coming. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter, though, does it? I mean, as long as the destroyer gets here, takes care of the elite families, takes care of the royals, puts the Vatican in a cage where it belongs, and, puts everything back to the way it needs to be for us humans, us normal, everyday humans, so that our growth can continue, so that we can be who we need to be, and end all these endless wars, and stop all this BS and crime and hatred and malice and all that stuff, and get rid of all that stuff. Just get rid of all of it, so we can progress into the fourth and fifth dimensions, and start to become who we need to be, because that's who we need to be. We need to progress and develop ourselves, and hopefully that will be the case. But anyways, just thought I'd share that bombshell that J.D. Vance has come out and said, hey, interdimensional beings are a thing. So how about that, folks, for a bombshell from our own vice president? Wow, pretty cool, huh? All right, that's going to do it. Have a good one. Bye. Alrighty, folks. This video is required for YouTube. YouTube says they need a 6-second video of me. Well, here's my 6-second video of me. So here you go. Hello, YouTube. Alrighty. So Chucky Schumer gets behind a podium on the floor, on Congress's floor, and says that he's not interested in going forward. He wants to give money to the illegals to the tune, get this, guys, are you ready? Are you sitting down? Chucky Schumer wants to give illegals in this country $1.5 trillion. Let me say that again. Chucky Schumer wants to give illegals in this country that did not work for the money, that do not deserve the money, $1.5 trillion. So, that's Chucky's position. Now, the Republicans have actually heeded my advice, and the advice of a judge, apparently. Apparently a judge even weighed in and said, hey, let's get some money out to these people that have food stamps. So the Republicans have decided to put out a little, some kind of little reserve money that they had back to the tune of $5 billion. Obviously, the $5 billion is not the entire $8.8 billion that's needed to cover the food stamp program, but they say it's something to be done in the interim until we can see what's going on. So we should get at least partial food stamps back here very shortly. So that's good. So they listened to me. And they listened to a supposed judge. Supposedly a judge even weighed in. I don't know how the judge weighed in on it, but whatever. Anyway, the point is that they're going to release some money to get the stamps back rolling again temporarily. Now, the point is, though, is that it falls far short of the 8.8 that's needed. So what they need to do, in my opinion, is they need to bring Elon Musk back in and let him finish finding the Wade Frost and Wade the waste, fraud, and abuse. There we go. I got it. Waste, fraud, and abuse. Then he needs to find it, especially in the Pentagon. He was this close to going into the Pentagon and finding all the waste, fraud, and abuse, and then suddenly he gets the boot. Hello, folks. Is that a coincidence? I think not. I think not. So, yeah, so that's interesting. But yeah, Chucky the other day, literally the other day, gets behind a podium and says, we want 1.5 trillion, with a T as in Tom, dollars to give to illegals, to give them SSI and food stamps and all that gobbledygook. 1.5 trillion, folks, of your money. Remember, it's your money. Remember that. It's your money. But Chucky wants to give it to a bunch of illegals. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just not down with it. Oh, and Chucky said that you Americans would be okay with that. Giving your money to a bunch of illegals that don't deserve it. He said that. He actually said that on the floor yesterday. Or was it yesterday or the day before? It might have been the day before. But he said it the other day. Said, yeah. Said you Americans would be totally okay with them giving 1.5 trillion to a bunch of illegals that don't deserve it. Are you okay with that? I imagine there's a whole bunch of Democrats out there right now saying, hey, I'm not okay with that. That's my money. And it is. It's your money. It is your money. It don't belong to Chucky. It's your money. 1.5 trillion, folks. Let that sink in a minute. Do you realize what you could do with 1.5 trillion? With 1.5 trillion, we could have a maglev train system that goes from coast to coast. Oh, wow, that's the policy that I tried back in 2009. Anybody remember that? Anybody remember that, trolls and haters? When I went to D.C., and I proved it by filming D.C. while I was there? Anybody remember that? And I proposed a maglev train system that went from California to New York. Yeah, some of you trolls are old enough to remember that. Some of you trolls have been around long enough to remember that. Do you think I could get it done with $1.5 trillion? Oh, hell yes, I could. Hell yes, I could. Even under today's costs, I could probably get it done. I could probably get that done. But instead, Chucky wants to give that money to a bunch of illegals that don't deserve the money, and that didn't work for it. And it's your money. That's your money, folks. Okay? I imagine there's a whole lot of Democrats right now saying, hell no, I ain't giving my money to a bunch of illegals. What is it? Chucky Schumer's insane, buddy. I'm telling you, I think he's went off the deep end. I'm telling you. I think he has. But the Republicans did actually listen to me and has put a little bit of money out there from some kind of little fund they found. And but it's only a temporary fix, obviously. But they did put some money out there, so we should see something going on here pretty soon. You get some money on our cards so we can go ahead and get some groceries. Now, having said that, though, speaking of Elon Musk, where is our Doge check? Where is our $15,000 Doge check that we were supposed to get due to the fact that Doge had found all of this waste, fraud, and abuse? Where is our Doge check at? Hell, for that matter, where's the $1,200 stimulus check that Trump said he was going to give us? Where the hell did that go? Where is it? That's a good question, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good question. Where the hell is it? Still waiting, guys. Now, like I said, man, a pox on both their houses, because neither one of them is doing this stuff right. Now, I absolutely know, without a hesitation, that there is enough waste, fraud, and abuse in D.C. to fully fund the food stamp program, because it's only $8.8 billion. They're wasting trillions, and the food stamp program is only $8.8 billion. So can they fund it? Yes, they can. You know, they use this little temporary fund thing to take care of it for now, but I mean, there's enough waste, fraud, and abuse out there to fully fund the food stamp program. I'm certain of it. I have no doubt in my mind. But it's nice to see the Republicans did throw some money at it, and give us a little bit of relief. But with obviously, folks, if we had that $15,000 Doge check, we'd do all right. Now, yes, there's going to be people that are going to go out there and blow that money. I'm sure of it. But that's on them, right? That's on them. Hopefully, most of us are smart enough to put it in a bank, put it in a savings account, an interest-bearing savings account, by the way, so that it's drawing interest. Not much, a pittance, 2%. But hey, that 2% interest is better than none, I guess. That's ridiculous, so it should be 5, in my opinion. 5 to 15, but oh well, whatever. Anyway, the point is, you put the money in an interest-bearing account, and then you only draw out what you need. And in that way, you're not whittling down the money so quickly, right? But in any event, it should be interesting to see how things go. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to get some money back on the food stamp card, so that I ain't exhausting what little bit of money I have left. Which reminds me, ladies and germs, my trek through Nevada and Oregon is coming up here real soon. So it's time to turn the donation machine back on, due to the fact that we're back out on the road again here very shortly. And then once I'm back out on the road and safely out of the area, then I can tell you where I've been hiding. I may tell you where I've been hiding. Because word's getting back to me that, well, he was here and he was there. No, I was not at any of the places that the trolls are saying I was at. None of them. Not a single one. But I will reveal where, once I'm safely in Nevada, I will be glad to reveal exactly where I was. I promise. Okay, Scout's honor. Scout's honor. I will tell you where I was hiding, but it was not anywhere that you guys were thinking, because it's getting back. Word gets back to me. What you guys say, that word gets back to me, and it's none of the places you thought I was. Not one. I tried my best to help you. I said it's a place that's got lots of campgrounds, and it's a place that's got an In-N-Out burger. Isn't that what I said? Yeah. Is that the places you were talking about? No. The places you were talking about had one campground, KOA, and that's it. That is not what I said. I said there were numerous campgrounds and an In-N-Out burger. Isn't that what I said? Yes. So that's obviously not where you were talking about now, was it? No. All right, so come on, put your thinking caps on here, boys and girls. What has a lot of campgrounds and an In-N-Out burger? Think. Because it ain't where you were talking about. Now, was it? No. And by the way, this place has absolutely gorgeous scenery. Oh my God. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful scenery. So no, it's not what you said. But anyway, I will be safely in Nevada here shortly, and then we can go from there. Okay. Anyways, that's going to do it. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye. Anyways, that's going to do it. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye.